I've read a lot of shocking, even brutal obituaries in my time, and I've shared some of them, and this one, it's right up there. Yeah, it's very short, and I know you're going to have an opinion, and there's an update afterwards, so stick around for that. And I know you're going to have an opinion. This is Arthur Nixon Bates IV. March 5th, 2025. Nick succumbed to a life of drugs, Marlboros, fast women, and Ford Broncos. He is survived by 3 daughters, none of whom know how they will get by without Dad calling to ask for $20 for cigarettes and methadone one last time. Boom. That's it. So when I read this, I couldn't really even believe it. So I looked around, and it's a legit obit of a legit man written by a legit daughters, published in a legit newspaper in Florida. But then a son of his responded and said, "That is my dad." This is on a Facebook post, I think. "My older sister wrote this and paid to have it published. She left when she was 16. If she only knew how many times my dad asked about her, if she only knew all of the times he'd cry and hug me and tell me how much he missed her so. If she only knew how many times he told me how sorry he was. If she only knew that he'd have given anything just to talk to her again and apologize. Parents are learning themselves. She was his first, and he was new at being a parent and didn't make the right choices because he got addicted to pain pills after a knee surgery and battled with addiction on and off. He was trying. He always tried. No matter if he was gone for a few days or a few weeks, he always made sure he would call us some way, somehow. It was good to hear his voice and know that he was okay. That picture was his picture from prison years ago. Those that knew him loved him for who he was. He wasn't mean, always had something funny to say. He'd tell you, 'I love you,' even if you were mad at him and didn't say it back. And no matter what else you had to say, he always made sure to at least keep in contact, to tell us that he loved us and that he was proud of us. As he got older, he never broke contact." And then he addresses his sister. "I love you. Damn it, I love you. And I'm so sorry you think that Dad deserved this. He didn't. Neither did the family. I'm not mad. I love you. I'm not mad at you. Okay. There is a time and place for everything. This wasn't the time or place. I just wish that it didn't go this far." So it's not, I mean, like I said, I've read that's it. That's it. And like I said, I've read a lot of these kind of scorched earth obituaries, and you don't often get to see a response, the other side. Obviously, I don't know the truth of everybody's experience, and it's just the whole thing is shocking and sad. It's just sad because you don't want people to, on any side, to have to go through that stuff. There's always a debate with these obituaries about whether people should post, whether they get to tell their own experience, whether obituaries are for the living or for the dead. And there's always comments like, "This shouldn't have been done, just let sleeping dogs lie," or whatever. But then there's almost always more comments about people get to speak their truth. That was their lived experience, and this is for the living, and it's for healing and stuff. So my opinion generally is that sunshine is good, and telling the truth, no matter what the truth is, in obituaries is better in general. In this case, I'm not quite sure, but it was her truth apparently. So who knows? We don't know. We can't judge. Obviously, we can't judge. But I just want to say that this it's a little bit controversial, and people always have opinions on whether these things should happen. But in general, I believe in truth in obituaries. So life is complicated. Do you believe in redemption? Do you believe in repentance when there's addiction or abuse or crime? What is justice in this case? I don't really know. Life is complicated. Families are complicated. But I guess the tip from this, which I've used with obituaries like this before, is that if at all possible, squash your beefs before you die. You don't want this to be written about you. You don't. Squash your beefs.